Welcome back to Courtside on the Rockville campus of Montgomery College. Michael Brown alongside my partner Joe Thompson, where once again our halftime score is the Montgomery College Germantown Griffins 39, the Montgomery College Rockville Knights 30. And as you could easily see from that first half, this is not just another game for these two teams. This is a special game, an important game, and one played with heightened intensity. And before the game, Joe and I had a chance to sit down with a few of the Germantown players, and we talked to them about how they approach this rivalry.
It's always different because you really, really don't want to lose to your rival, even though you don't want to lose any game. But against Rockville, it's like they beat us last year in the championship to go to the national, so we really, really want to beat them every time we play them this year.
People around here see it as a rivalry. It's like one of the most important games to me. Well, every game is important to me because I just love to compete. But Rockville, it's our rival. It's known to be a good game.
This is a big game that is going to carry our momentum to the next game and to the playoffs. So it's a big difference, but we try to go out every game the same intensity. But you can tell a difference, you know.
Joe, it's obvious these Germantown players do not want to lose to Rockville.
Yeah, Michael, it's really obvious that this game is of utmost importance to these Griffin players. Having played in a lot of these rivalry-type games, I know that the intensity level just gets that much more. It gets heightened, and everybody can feel it. You can feel it in the room, and it's kind of like the movie Spinal Tap. The intensity of this game, it goes to 11.
Or maybe even beyond, I'll tell you that right now. We also talked to some Rockville players before the game, and the subject was the same, the intensity of this rivalry.
We know a lot of the guys down there who play for them. Some of our players are close to them. It's another Montgomery College game, another division game, another D3 game, so it's real big and intense for us.
I think it was a lot more energy in that game than the previous games besides maybe the Tacoma Park game and the PG game. But it was a lot more energy. We could, just in the building itself, you know, the stands was packed. They were hyped, we were hyped. It was a lot of energy in the game, so.
Yeah, it's very much so more intense. Like, it seems like no matter what the two teams' record is, we always get up for each other. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like the Cowboys and the Redskins. We're always ready to play each other. You know what I'm saying? You can't let down at all.
Joe, Randall Scott really put this game into perspective, didn't he?
Yes, he did, Michael. He mentioned the Cowboys versus the Redskins, but to me this game is more like sibling rivalry. There's definitely love and respect for one another, but each team wants to have those bragging rights, and they'll do anything and everything within the rules to get those.
Well, we've certainly seen that in the first half, and we're just about ready for the second half to start, so let's take a look at some of those first half stats.
Well, the story of the first half, as you see in the bottom line there, is turnovers. Germantown's pressure defense has rattled Rockville, especially without Dante Nicholas. Another thing is fouls. That Nicholas got in foul trouble early. He was out. He kind of runs that squad. They were kind of out of sorts. They turned the ball over more. They need to take care of the ball more. You can see Dave Carlson, he had a pretty good game. He had the dunk early. He got a lot of steals, a lot of good rebounds. He got to the line a lot. So that's pretty much the story of the first half, turnovers and fouls.
And I think the big key coming up here in the second half is going to be, how does Dante Nicholas play? He's got 2 fouls. Obviously, he's going to start this second half. Is he going to try to do it all to get his team back in the game? Is he going to play within the system? What's he going to do? And also, is he going to pick up a 3rd or a 4th foul real quick?
Yeah, and you can see right there is Dave Carlson. He did a great job. And one of the big key plays of the first half is this one you're going to see right here. He gets the pass. Sefcik gives it back to him. He dunks it down for 2. That was a big adrenaline play, as a high-energy play, and it came from the defense.
They went on a nice run right after that. So we're just about ready to go. Germantown inbounds the ball, and the second half is underway. Germantown on top, 39-30.
And it looks like Rockville is extending their zone defense out. It looks like I don't know if it's a 1-2-2 maybe.
Nicholas is back in, so is John Kelly. They both have 2 fouls. Nicholas with the rebound, and here we go.
That's right. He's back in the game, and they really need him because he does a little bit of everything for that team.
Randall Scott Missed, so did Kelly. There's a whistle.
Okay, looks like it might have been a double foul on Dave Carlson and John Kelly. Got tangled up somewhere in the backcourt on that transition. So they gave him the double foul there.
If that's the case, then that will be the third foul on Kelly. He picks it up in the first 30 seconds of the second half, and that does not make Steve Hobson happy. And as a matter of fact, here comes Julian Armstrong. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, they got tangled up, and they stayed tangled up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there was any ill will meant there. They just got tangled up with each other, and the referee thought that he'd send a message right now. We're not going to have any overly rough play in this game.
I think you're right. Set the tone right at the start of the second half.
And those are two big, strong bodies getting tangled up. You know, some damage could be done if they really wanted to. I don't think they really did, but if they really wanted to, they could inflict some harm.
Roach inside, and there's Carlson again.
He's so strong. He's so good with the ball. He catches the ball very well in traffic and goes up through people, over people, and can make shots down low.
Real nice look by Tyrone Roach as well. All right, Rockville into their offense. They're trailing by 11. That's the biggest lead of the game for Germantown. They led one other time in the first half by 11. There's Nicholas, and that's another foul on Carlson. And that is not a guy that Germantown wants to get into foul trouble.
You see here, Carlson catches it down low. He's got two guys on him, Scott and Besa. He powers right through both of them for the lay-in.
So 2 quick fouls on Carlson.
And Carlson gets
another whistle.
Carlson gets another foul. Pushed through Randall Scott's screen.
And he better watch out. He's staring down the referee. That doesn't go over well.
Randall Scott tried to set a screen on him, and he just, instead of going around it, he tried to push straight through him.
Nicholas having trouble, has to call a timeout, could not get the ball in bounds. So there's a timeout on the floor with 18:45 to go in the second half.
That was good defense by Germantown on the out of bounds from the end line. I can see that Dave Carlson is getting kind of frustrated with the foul call. The last 2 foul calls that he's got called on him. He's getting a little bit frustrated, and Coach Joyner right now is talking to him. He's trying to tell him, be smart. He pointed right at his head. Be smart. Don't get any dumb fouls, and he'll be okay. He's been playing really great this game.
Says you're having a great game. Don't get yourself out of it mentally.
And Coach Hobson is telling his team, be aggressive, to take care of the ball, and trying to get Dante Nicholas more involved in this game.
Meanwhile, Steve Hobson continues to work the officials. Ike Relacion.
Easy for you to say.
That's a tough one. All right, Carlson remains in there.
That's why I don't say those things.
You call him the ref.
That's right.
It's much safer. There's Nicholas. He goes up and he's fouled.